Nope. Hey, y'all. Cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. We're at my favorite place for breakfast. It's called The Table in Ashburn, North Carolina. And last time I was here, I had the most beautiful story of how this place came about by the owner, Dustie. And she's precious and beautiful, and she has a beautiful spirit. And I wanted her to share with you guys how she started. And I also want her to tell us what her best seller is for breakfast, because I think I just had it. Anyway, so this is Dustie from The Table, and Janet and I are getting to talk to her. And I'm going to come close so they can hear you. But I want you to tell the viewers how you found the restaurant, like you prayed for it. And
yes, and I'll try to make it like really short because
yes.
Honestly, my husband and I always thought I was going to open up a design studio of some sort. But I felt like the Lord called me actually to serve in hospitality, and so had been looking for a building for quite a while, and this one actually did not come up, but I fell in love with it, and it was in really poor condition. It actually wasn't for sale when I found it. The price they ended up putting it on the market, the price was just way more than I could pay, but I felt like the Lord just told me to wait. And so in the waiting, it ended up going into foreclosure. And before that, let me just back up, because I asked the Lord, I'm like, Lord, show me that this is what I'm supposed to do. And can you do it in just like a supernatural way so that I know that it's not me that's wanting to go after this? And I woke up one morning and I said, we're supposed to make an offer on the building for $35,000. Ooh. Yeah, and so I said, honey, will you go with me? And so when we went, we told the guy, and of course he didn't, take the offer, because they were wanting probably about $180 for it. And so I just felt like we were supposed to wait, and in the waiting, in January, I got a call from the bank, and they said, it's going into foreclosure. Would you like me to set the courthouse and put an offer in? So we did that. The bank actually put an offer in, and assigned the bid to me, and then it was just like a beautiful covering over the building. No one bid against it. 10 days later, we got the building, and with the attorney fees and all that, it was $35,000.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, honey, we're supposed to do this. And it was something I had never done. So just a lot of people came alongside me to help me. And to give, to fulfill the vision that I felt like was actually just really in my heart. But, sometimes you go after things, you don't even know why. People go, oh, you've dreamed of this your whole life. I'm like, actually, no. Not knowing anything about the restaurant business, never done it before, but...
Sometimes God opens doors when we don't understand why.
Oh, yes. And he did. And every day, this morning actually coming into work, it was just like, Lord, thank you for the opportunity, because there's something so beautiful in hospitality that it just, it's life-giving, and you hope that it's life-giving to those that come, and that's really been the heart behind the table, of just in hospitality. And hospitality, I mean, that's, you know what I mean, and it does something, I think, for people, and in this world and today, it's just so important.
Yes, and the feel of community inside. Like there's lots of local people that are all speaking to one another.
It's forever. And tell us about the table that you have that's so special that we ate on today.
Okay, so that is.
We were a disciple.
In our home, well, first of all, it seats 12. So. The tables actually comes from a scripture. When Jesus was on the road to Emmaus, and he went, and they said, come dine with us. And he went to the table, he broke bread and gave thanks, and their eyes were open. And so I think something happens again in that moment of hospitality and giving thanks. And so there is the number 12 is significant to me with the disciples, but the significance really too is in our home was always open, and my mom, so I got to watch hospitality my whole life, and usually there was people there at our table that I had no clue who they were. Back in the day, my dad would even pick up hitchhikers and bring them home. You know what I mean? So it was always that place of just breaking bread, and it's just, so the significance in the table is a lot of things for me. So
I love it. Okay.
So this morning, the special breakfast that Lisa ate was, is that one of the most?
toast. Yeah,
Strawberry cream.
Strawberry cream with minted sugar on top.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so proud of our chef because she and I love to get together. We just sit down and talk about like, okay, what do we want to give this season? So she came up with the minted sugar. We have so much mint everywhere, and so kind of created it from that.
Love it.
It may not be like the top seller, but for me on Saturdays, that is my treat every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Is the French toast, and it is my favorite.
Well, Dusty, tell my viewers, it's the Table in Asheboro. Your hours are Monday through Friday.
We're actually Tuesday through Saturday.
Tuesday through Saturday.
We take Sunday for rest.
Yes.
And Monday is my day to clean the table.
I understand.
Yeah, so...
And you do breakfast and
we
lunch.
do breakfast and lunch, yes.
So y'all come to the table. Dusty, thank you so much for taking time with us today. We're going to sign off, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real.
Aw,
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.